Hello, I'm Dragoș, and in this video we're going to see how we can set up ZeroClaw. This is an alternative to OpenClaw that is developed in Rust, and lately it has received a lot of attention because it has a lot of great features and it is very fast. So these are some of the versions out there, like NanoClaw, Nanobot. I've already created a video on Nanobot, which is in Python. I have my own video the bot created, PicoClaw, which is in Go, and ZeroClaw that for instance this has like an options to integrate it with CLI, Telegram, Discord, Slack, iMessage, WhatsApp and others. It has memory with SQLite and hybrid vector search. It can be deployed with Rust directly on your VPS or Mac Mini or with the help of Docker. It supports lots of providers, and basically you can switch between models seamlessly because it is hot swappable. It has allow list, sandbox and encrypted secrets, and this is their repository, and in here you see that it has almost 14,000 stars right now. And yeah, it is actively developed, and it has a lot of contributors. Again, this is written in Rust, and you need to take this into consideration because in case you want to develop something custom, maybe you will need to know Rust and things like that. And yeah, this is their repo, and in this video we are going to go and install it from scratch on a VPS server. And yeah, I've created a detailed article of how we're gonna do that, and we're gonna pair it with an open source model from a Minimax M2.5 to see how it's working. I have a plan with them, and we're going to check all the details. And yeah, basically you can link this with any provider from LLMs, with any channel, so you have a lot of flexibility. Also the memory it's different, and yeah, it's very lightweight. You see that the binary it's very small, and also it is not using a lot of resources. And yeah, in here I've created all the details of how you can pair it with different models. And yeah, in here we have the installation steps. We're gonna do this together. We're gonna see if we're gonna have problems. We're gonna fix them together. That's the difference. And in here you'll see that first you are gonna need to have Rust installed in there on your VPS server. I already have a VPS server connected in here. I have the terminal open in this area, and with Z you are able also to see the files in there, to see the configuration files easily. And yeah, you just need to SSH to your VPS server, and then we're gonna run a sudo apt update. So the indexes of this to be updated. We're gonna install the Rust packages that are needed. Basically, to work with Rust, we're gonna need this build essential and package config, and then we're gonna use this setup. Okay, and we're gonna do all of these things. Again, I didn't do this before, so we're gonna see how well this is working and how easy it is to be deployed. So right now I am installing the packages needed by the Rust. Okay, and right now we have the packages installed. We're gonna go next and install the cargo for this. I have this created on a user, so I am deploying this on a Dragoș user with sudo rights. So yeah, you need to install this under your current users. What I've did is, first time when I've tried this, I've installed it under the sudo sh. So basically that installed the Rust cargo under the root user, but we need to install it without the sudo like this, with only sh. So it will go in here, and then I just run the source like this, as he told me in here. And since here for fish is like this, you have the options to do it for bash and other things like this. So right now cargo should be here. You see that cargo is installed, and the next thing that we're gonna do is clear this, and we're gonna follow the instructions. So we're gonna clone the repo, and then we're gonna build it. So we can install it. So I'm gonna clone the repo, then I will gonna go and cd into it and run this cargo build, and then I will gonna install it in this path. Okay, so right now it is building everything, and it is downloading what it needs. It will take some time because I see it needs a lot of things. It has like 521 packages. So a lot of things are needed for this repo. It's not that lightweight. If it is just goes and does all of these things. Okay, so after 9 minutes we see in here that everything was compiled, and right now we have the ZeroClaw in Dragosh in here with all of the details and the version. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna see the next thing. We're gonna install pathforce to have the binary installed. Okay, so right now ZeroClaw binary it's there, and if we're gonna run ZeroClaw, we should see this, and you see that right now you have ZeroClaw installed and you have all of these things in here. And let's go and see the folders. So in here you have the ZeroClaw folder. And what's next? And we're gonna run the onboard with the API key and provider. Basically, we can do this, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna use the ZAI, and we're gonna use the onboard with interactive like this, so you can see what are the things that were asked. Clear. Okay, default location, here it will create the .zerocloud configuration, yes. And in here you can use the providers, and we're gonna use the specialized one like this. And in here you can have the options to choose, for instance, Kimi, Moonshot, GLM, Minimax. Let's use the Minimax like this. API key, because I already had that, and we're gonna paste right now the API key for this. Let me open the coding plan in here, and in here you have the options to go in the coding plan and copy and reset this key. I will copy this key right now. Okay, and in here you have the options to choose. I will choose the Minimax M2.5 like this. And right now you have the options to choose, for instance, Discord configuration, Telegram, or whatever you want from here, and they have. And I'm gonna use Discord, and in here they will tell you what to do, and we're gonna do that. So we're gonna go and create a new application and copy the token, enable message content intent under bot setting, invite the bot to your server with the message permissions. So let's go and have this done, and in here I will just gonna create, because I am already in the Discord developers application, and I will create a new ZeroClaw. Hit create like this. I am a human. Okay, and in here we're just gonna go into bot. We're gonna reset the token, and in here you have the message content intent that we're gonna set like this. Save changes. And right now we're gonna reset the token like this, yes. And I have this token created like this. I'll put like this the details in here for this bot, and then we're gonna go and invite the bot to our channel. Okay, server. If you want to put this into a server, let's go and copy the details for that into the bot. And in here, if we're gonna go to auth 2, in here you are gonna choose the bot thing. In here, and permission, basically you read messages and things like that. You want to give to him like attachment, and depends on what you are doing. I will just put it just as administrator to have everything in there. And right now we have this, and we're gonna open Discord. And in here I am in my server with my channel, and I will gonna hit like this. Let's see, because I have a lot of things in here that I'm discussing, and like this. And right now ZeroClaw should be in here. Let's go and configure everything. So I don't want server thing. Let's see what he's asking us, because he's trying to secure this, basically to only allow one user to chat with this, or you can put your own ID, or you can put all the users' IDs in here, or use this thing to allow everything. So right now I will not allow only my user, I will allow everything, because no one has access to that server. Okay, and right now Discord should be configured, I think. Done. Exposed to the internet, and in here you have the options to configure the ports to be accessible over internet. So you have like tunnels with Cloudflare tunnels, Tailscale, Ngrok, and custom. I will not configure anything. In here to external apps, okay, local only, okay, local only. In here, if you want to enable the encrypted secret storage to store your keys and details like securely, you can enable that. Let's do that. And in here, I have done that. And in here, how should ZeroClaw interact with the physical world natively on this Linux board? No hardware access, software only, like this. I want to run software. And in here you have the options to enable the memory. By default you have the SQLite with vector search that they are doing. You have also the Lucid Markdown files or none. I will choose SQL. Autosave conversations to memory, yes, I want to do that. Your name user. Right now he wants to personalize your agent. I will just call it ZeroClaw like this. Here you choose the time zone. I will choose the nearest time zone to me. I'm in Bucharest, but in here you can just go and type it directly, but I will gonna use Berlin for this. Agent name ZeroClaw. ZeroClaw like this. I will put it here. You have the communication style, friendly, professional. Friendly I want him to be. Okay, launch your channel like this. Like this you can test it to see if it's working. Zerocloud agent to start interacting with it directly. And status, let's go. Launch on channel now, yes. Okay, so right now this should be connected to my Minimax. And this should be running right like this. And if we're gonna go to Discord, hi. Let's see if it's working or not. So it doesn't like the fact that I don't have the user in there. And let's open the configuration file for this and see what we have. So in here you have the ZeroClaw, and in here you have the secret keys, you have the workspace with their memory and heartbeat and things like that, and you have the configuration. And in here you have the API keys for this, roots, and in here you have some allow command. You see that you have the options to put things like allow commands, like forbidden things. And let's see where we have Discord memory limit, so you can configure different things for the memory, scheduler, agent, heartbeat, cron. And in here you see that I have the allowed users. So I have I've added this in here for allowed users. Again, you can go and add your user ID in there if you want to restrict only users to have access. And right now this thing is working. I've restarted again the channel like this, and I see that it's working. And right now what we're gonna do, because like this for instance, you can need to keep the session active when you're putting Zerocloud channel start. And what we're gonna do, for instance, if you're gonna run Zerocloud agent, you can chat directly with the agent in here. Hi. You see that the memory is initiated. And yeah, I mean, you can chat directly in here in the terminal with this if you want. And right now I'm gonna exit, and if we're gonna check my article again, we're going to see that we can go like this, like Zerocloud daemon and gateway, to have this thing started in the background. So it doesn't like, because I already have the 3000 address in use, because I have a Docker container with this. What we're gonna do, we're gonna change this in case 3000 is used. Let's search it in here. And I will put it 2011 like this to change the port to not conflict with the other thing. And right now I will run again this. Okay. One-time code. It is asking me to do this. We're gonna open a new terminal, save this token, paired. And right now we should see, let's see, daemon. Okay, we need to run these things, service install, to have them in there. Okay. Okay, and right now we should have the details available. Let's see. And right now we should have. Okay, it created the details service, it's active. He wants to change the files permission on this. Okay, siege mode. And right now we should have everything set up, and if we're gonna run the status, we're gonna see what we have configured in here. You have the version, you have the security, CLI, Discord. Okay, so yeah, you have the details like doctor, and everything is okay with fish and the things that I have. Okay, he wants us to even more with 600 for this, and this should work right now. After this, okay, yeah, ZeroClaw it's doing something. Okay, so right now it is working, and we see that, yeah, this thing it's up and running, and we can go and configure other things if we want in here, like Brave Search, and change the provider and so on. And yeah, I mean, this was okay.